Planning a trip to the USA? Whether you're visiting for business, tourism, or even studying, the visa process can seem overwhelming. Don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll break down all the details about U.S. travel visa requirements and make sure you're fully prepared for your journey. And now, welcome to Travel Hub, and let's start our video. There are two main ways to enter the U.S., the Visa Waiver Program, VWP, or a traditional visa. The VWP allows citizens of 40 countries, like the UK, Japan, and Australia, to visit the U.S. for up to 90 days without a visa. Sounds convenient, right? But there's one step. You need to apply for an ESTA, the electronic system for travel authorization. If you're traveling from a VWP country, you'll need to complete your ESTA online before boarding your flight. It takes about 20 minutes, and approval is usually fast. Just make sure to apply at least 72 hours before departure. Now, what if your country isn't part of the Visa Waiver Program, or you need to stay longer than 90 days? You'll need a U.S. visa, and the most common ones are the B1 and B2 visas. The B1 visa is for business trips, like attending meetings or conferences. The B2 visa is for tourism, visiting family, or even receiving medical treatment. If you're planning to visit the U.S. for a vacation from a country like India or China, you'll need to apply for a B2 visa. So, what if you're not actually visiting the U.S., but your flight has a layover there? If your flight has a layover in a U.S. state for 2, 5, or even 12 hours, you do need a visa, even if you're not planning to leave the airport. This is because the U.S. doesn't have an international transit zone where you can stay without a visa. You'll either need a sea transit visa or qualify for the Visa Waiver Program with ESTA. So if you found this video helpful and you still here till that moment, just hit the like button and subscribe for more travel tips. Wondering how to apply? It all starts with a DS-160 form, which you fill out online. This form collects details about your trip and personal information. Once that's done, you'll pay the application fee, around $160 for a tourist visa, and schedule an interview at your nearest U.S. EMB. At the interview, the consular officer will ask about your travel plans and whether you have strong ties to your home country. Be ready to show proof, like employment letters or financial documents, that confirm you'll return after your trip. Visa processing times can vary depending on where you're applying and the time of year. For example, during the holiday season, processing might take longer. A good rule of thumb? Start your visa application at least 3 to 4 months before your planned trip. Even with all the right paperwork, visa denials happen. A common reason is not showing enough ties to your home country. Remember, the consular officer needs to believe that you'll return after your visit. Always have documents that show you've got reasons to come back home, whether it's a job, family, or financial commitments. Once you have your visa, follow the rules. If you're traveling on a B2 visa, you can't work or study during your stay. Also, remember the I-94 form you receive when you arrive in the U.S. This form shows how long you're allowed to stay, and it's important to never overstay your visa. Overstaying could lead to being banned from re-entering the U.S. for several years. Due to recent events, such as COVID-19, there have been some changes to U.S. travel policies. For example, you might need to show proof of vaccination or a negative test result to enter the U.S. Also, certain visa categories, like the H-1B work visa, face significant backlogs, so processing times can be much longer. To sum it up, apply early, make sure you understand your visa type, and always follow the rules when you arrive. By staying informed, you'll avoid delays and ensure a smooth entry into the U.S. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more travel tips. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below.